everyone, how are you doing? Welcome to my channel. My name is Taha Abdulbelama. So first of all, first things first, I'm going to bring out our sleeve block. Remember the sleeve block, right? That is actually why you do pattern blocks. You do them and keep them. The way you want to sew something else, you use them. You just place them on your pattern paper and trace it out and get the foundation for whatever you want to sew. So the first thing you do is first of all bring out your sleeve. Now that is actually a structured puff sleeve. You know, the puff sleeve usually comes with an elastic or a band at the hem of the sleeve, but this one actually doesn't come with any of those. So it's actually a puff sleeve but without the elastic or the band. So that is why you have the hem open wide like that. So, and also it's the stabilizer or whatever material you use to put inside that will actually make it to be standing as sleeve. So for me, I'm going to be using this crinoline. It's actually called this is actually called crinoline also. You also have this one. This is called crinoline horsehair braid, and this is crinoline also because it's actually used by bridal wear makers. It's actually used to make the petticoats for the wedding gowns. So it's actually called the crinoline also, but I'm going to be using to stabilize the sleeve. I'm going to structure for sleeves. You can actually use this, or you can use your bone or your horsehair braid. First things first, you bring out your pattern block and you trace out your sleeve. You understand? You bring your pattern block, you get another pattern paper where you want to do your sleeve, you trace it out so that you can always have this pattern block for another. Okay, I didn't get the length, sorry. I think I'll be using this length. I'll be using 11. So for that, I need to get my pencil to draw the line, but I'm using 11. My sleeve length is going to be 11. That's actually what I'm going to be using. So I'll just draw it on this. So I'll trace it out. Then later I can always. So when you look at it, you can see your sleeve there. Remember that, then this is the hem. Now remember that our sleeve kind of pivots in, you understand? It's not like straight, but because this is a puff sleeve, you are going to have to make it straight. So we didn't get our grain line. The grain line of course is the middle, so we will do this. This is 10, so it's 5. 95 is into 2, that's about 2 and a half, 2 and a half. And I thought, I was told before, whenever I put an X, it means slash. So I'm going to get the other paper, so we'll just place it on top. First of all, let's cut it out. Choose on that paper. So the next thing you need to do is always number 1, 2, 3, 4. Like I always tell you. Label, 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 so you don't get confused. Usually for a normal puff sleeve, you should spread it like 2 inches. So this one now, because we really want it to stand big, you understand? So let's try 3. I can make it. Because for my hair set, I'm going to be trained. In the middle, you take it up. Let's take it up by. Normally, you take it up for puff sleeve. If you're doing a normal puff sleeve, you're supposed to give your gaps. Your gaps in between should be like 2 inches, and you take it up by 2 inches for puff sleeve.
For this part, guys, I had to take it up by 3 inches because I forgot and did 2 inches, but when I remembered the width of the gaps, I now had to adjust it. At this part, guys, I had already used the pattern to cut both the lining and the main fabric. So this cream colored fabric is the lining, and the wine colored one is the main fabric. So what I did, I attached paper stabilizer to the gum stay to the main fabric, and I attached the net. I sewed the net to the lining. Now I didn't use that pink one because the body of the pink one was kind of rough and it was just not staying in one place, sha. So I decided to use the black one. It comes in different colors, and I think the most beautiful one is the nude colored one. So when I did that, I added a strip of bias strip on the lining like I did for the previous video. On the lining, I did that just after the seam line where I joined the two of them. So after doing it, I slipped my boning inside, but I ended the boning at both ends about 3/4 to 1 inch, so that the boning doesn't get into the seam allowance. Then what the next thing we need to do is to fold it like this and sew our seam allowance together from the lining up till the main fabric, just 1/2 inch, then turn it over so that the seam line is in between the lining and the main fabric. So I did also use the horsehair braid because you see the way I wrapped it, it was kind of it was wobbling, it wasn't straight. So I now had to go for the bone. If I wanted to actually use the horsehair braid, so that you see the options that you have. So the next thing I need to do after turning this is just to join the side seams. So at this point you will need to thread your hand needle because that is what you're going to use for. But one thing you need to note is that this net, there are some of them that are actually hard, so I will advise that before you use it, you either pipe or finish the edges that are going to be inside. If not, the wearer is going to be very uncomfortable. Though the sleeve is bogus, so it might not get to touch the person, but to be on the safe side, you either pipe the edge of the net or you finish it by weaving it in. So I'll just join the sides together and come and show you what it looks like.
I've joined the seam, the edges of the sleeve. You open them and iron them open, then this is the end. You just use, when you're attaching it to the armhole, you use thread and needle. I prefer to, when I'm doing gathers at the crown of a sleeve, I prefer to use, I don't know why, I prefer to use thread and needle, as in hand thread and hand needle to do it. So you just use it, pull your gathers together and then sew it. So this is your sleeve, your standing puff sleeve. So I actually tried to do with the crinoline. See the crinoline is not standing because of how I folded it. After I put this one together, before I brought it, I said let me quickly run this one and see how it will come out. So I tried to see it, like I was trying to explain to you guys. It's kind of, see the folds, you understand, forming all those ridges. And the pinkness was kind of rough. Anyway, depending on what it's, this is the one with the crinoline. You can see if it was straight, it will stand open also. Then this is the one with the boning. So this one with the crinoline. So that is your structured puff sleeve. So I'm sorry when you're doing yours, like this one now, it's kind of like my size. Like, I don't know what it looks like for me. So it's kind of my size. So maybe when you're doing yours, you can open it as wide as you want it to be, then fix it to your outfit, and that is our structured puff sleeve. So guys, if you found any value, please don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, and please don't forget to subscribe if you're here to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. See you on the next video. Bye.